So I'm going to run my command shell here. So I'll type in here cmd and get to the command shell. And then I'm going to show the second way of installing the Create React app actually. So npm install globally Create React app. Okay. It downloads and installs it. I've already installed it here, so I just checked my installation. Now you should be able to do this from your command shell as well. And now I'm not going to give it a command name, so it's going to fuss at me. But that tests it that I can find it. And it can find it. If it doesn't work on your machine, let's take a look at the concept of the path variable. So I'm going to type in path here. And this is a concept that's common in Linux machines as well, the idea of a path variable. It works a little different on Linux and Macs, but the basic idea is the same. So how does the operating system find programs? Given that we open up in an arbitrary directory. On Windows machines, if you have the program you want to run in the current directory, that is, let's say I have an executable in users bibikin, then it will find and run that program because it's in the current directory. If the program is not in the current directory, then the operating system uses this path variable to search for the executable the user has requested, starting from here and working down. So it has a priority here. Notice these paths are separated by semicolons. So you don't want the operating system to look in every possible folder. There's thousands of those. So a handful of folders to search for. Now the reason why I'm able to find my Create React app is because I have a path here that allows that. Not just this. This is actually a JavaScript. I have to have a path that allows npm to run it. And here is that element of the path here. And I had to add this. That's why I discovered it in order to run Create React app directly. If it runs for you right out of the box, it's because this is set up for you properly. If it's not, though, here I'm going to type in path, and that'll be a shortcut to edit the system environment variables. And that's here. You have to be careful with this. Environment variables can, fat fingering your environment variables can cause some problems, no doubt, because this is how Windows finds all the programs, even for itself. So I'll pick path here, and then actually this one, system variables, done here. Edit. Actually, I edited this path down here. Path, edit. And here, I had to add this component. So I did new and added that component. For me, users bibikin, my username, app data roaming npm. That allows it to find the npm on your machine. So I've shown in the slides 2 ways to use Create React app. Use it directly, install it globally, and then use it directly. Or use npx, Create React app, and then the name of your application. So now that I have Create React app installed globally, and I have a path to it, I should be able to use it from Visual Studio, which is what I'll do next. So I'm at my root folder for my projects here, Bootcamp, HTML, CSS. That's where I want my React projects to be created. So I'm going to open this up in Visual Studio. It's not my ultimate project folder. It's the root of my project folder. And I'm running it from this. I could run it from the command shell as well, from this command shell. But I like the Visual Studio terminal, especially when I'm doing direct programming work and not systems work. So here, I should be able to run Create React app directly. And then using, remember, this is called kebab case. And I'm going to create my first example, React, right? Any name will do. This is your application name. Make sure you don't put spaces and special characters in it. And this kebab case is standard for React. And then it goes. So it's going to do quite a lot of downloads and setup here. So I'll pause the video and we'll come back and in the next video, examine what is the contents of the first example React folder. See you then.